Okay, hello everybody. Thanks for joining us today. We got a smaller crowd than usual. I have a feeling a few more people will join us. They always do in the first few minutes. So we'll just give a quick introduction and then go into our key topic of today, which is innovation management. So as far as the agenda is concerned, we're going to basically talk about bringing idea management to your company. We're going to be looking at a mid-sized manufacturing company and how utilizing concepts of continuous improvement, lean management, you can bring a more open culture to your company to allow your team to be more proactive in identifying ideas. So our agenda looks like this. We're going to talk about why teaching innovation and idea management is critical to remaining competitive, including in the era of AI. We hope at the end of this demonstration, you're also going to agree that AI is not going to allow you to come up with certain ideas. The human element when it comes to ideation, innovation management is critical. And today we're going to focus a bit on that. We're going to talk about the three idea groups, allowing you to structure the capture of your ideas in a better way. So as you capture your ideas, you can then filter them and discuss them with the different groups of people and the right layers of management in the right moments. Then we're going to take a look at our software, Presto PDCA. We have some new beta features that we're now using actually in some live environments. And today we're going to look at those together, show you how to capture ideas, put them on your company's dashboard, and then brainstorm those ideas, brainstorm your hypothesis portfolio in a way that you can transform ideas into action. And then finally, we're going to take a look at how to use ChatGPT together with our software, together with your company, so that you can come up with innovative opportunities that leverage AI, but also leverage the know-how of your staff. So without further ado, a quick introduction about myself. My name is Andrew Lenti from Top Tactical Intelligence, maker of Presto PDCA, the software you're going to see today. On the line, I have my colleague, Chris Wellard, who's based in London. We're basically management consultants working in the areas of finance, transport, pharma. And of course, since we started working in this company, this product was launched in 2017. We've expanded, both of us, I would say Chris would agree, we both expanded our horizons, working not just with the larger companies, but also with smaller and mid-sized companies. As some of you know who are users of our product, Presto is an online application that you can start, whether you're a one-man show or whether you have 100 people in your company. And we constantly develop it so that the small users, the small companies, the little guy are in a better position to actually run their company, implementing philosophy of lean management, and using a foundation of continuous improvement and operational excellence. So I'd like to start by talking about, a little bit more about the product, just so you know, for those of you who are already users, I just put a screenshot of where you can find the exercises we're going to be covering today in your training showroom. So for those of you using the software already, you know that we just launched a new training academy, training showroom, and section 5, talent and innovation, is where you're gonna find the step-by-step cheat sheets and any training videos that will help you do what we're doing today. And last but not least, before we go into the demo, I want to tell you about today's special offer. So as many of you know, Presto has 5 tiers as a 5-tier offering plan. And today what we're offering the SME, which is a robust solution for typical business management application, meaning change management, process management, performance management, KPIs, and even a bit of talent management. And the one exception we're going to make, we're taking the idea management beta features and we are going to offer them to you as well. So if you want to buy an SME license, just a special offer only for today, we're going to throw in the idea features, which is everything you're going to see in today's demo, and we will offer 1 hour of training. And And yeah, so if you're interested in this, all you have to do to collect your coupon is book a call with us before end of day today. So it doesn't need to, you don't have to have the call today, but go online, book it, and then highlight that you were part of this webinar, whether it's next week or next month. We can have a qualification call. And if you qualify, we'll be happy to offer you this special deal. So without further ado, let's get into the demo. So part 2, why teaching innovation and idea management to staff is essential. So as most of us know, AI is really disrupting business operations. It's disrupting the way companies are competing with each other. And a lot of you who are involved in problem-solving opportunities, you're starting to really realize the immense power that AI can give you in your day-to-day operations. But of course, it also can lead you down a lot of rabbit holes, doing a lot of things that potentially aren't going to help you do what you're supposed to be doing, which is your daily job. And in most cases, for most of us, it's business operations. So what I like to highlight today, we're going to talk about idea management, capturing ideas. But of course, AI is not going to just capture ideas for you alone. What it also needs is the actual support from your business intelligence. And what we're talking about here is your intellectual property. Intellectual property is all about the know-how of your staff. So point number 1, AI amplifies human creativity, but it doesn't replace it. AI lacks capacity of original thought. And that's where the people that are actually doing the day-to-day job, working with AI, are going to come up with enhanced ideas. And hopefully we're going to see some examples today as we use ChatGPT. AI is only as effective as the input it receives. Human ideas guide AI to solve high-impact problems with meaningful and targeted solutions. If for those of you that have been experimenting with the different AI solutions out there, you notice sometimes the response that comes back is not even close to what you're looking for, and that takes human interaction and ingenuity from a critical thinking side. Number 3, engage staff, foster a culture of continuous improvement. So of course, if you want your company to improve, you need to empower your staff to contribute their unique insights. And again, leveraging AI, those unique insights can become very powerful if structured in a way that your company can actually use the hypotheses that your staff is feeding. And then finally, human and AI collaboration drives sustainable innovation. So human judgment is directing AI insights, ensuring innovative decisions and long-term sustainability. I didn't mention earlier, but this webinar is being recorded and you will be receiving the copy of the deck as well. So let's speak about idea types now. So what we've been finding very successful when working with companies, both big and small, is that as ideas come in, they should be grouped in a way so that you know how to focus on some types of ideas and not focus on other types of ideas. And that being said, first type of idea that you really want your company to start capturing are your just do it ideas. And what we're talking about here, we're talking about small, quick win ideas that require minimal resources or approval to implement. So these are the type of things that if some proactive person on the team, somebody that has good critical thinking skills or problem solving skills, comes up with something that doesn't need big level sign-offs, then you should be in a position to actually look at those things and put a structure in place so that team leaders can drive this and proactively execute on these ideas. Some examples include changing the location of a frequently used tool for easier access, updating templates for better usability, adjusting shift schedules for improved productivity, all things that a classic team leader should be in a position to confidently take forward without posing too much risk to the company. Idea type number 2 are improvement ideas, also called Kaizen ideas. We're talking about incremental improvements that enhance existing processes, products, or services. These ideas often require team collaboration and some level of analysis. So here, some examples include reducing waste in a production line, streamlining a reporting process to save time, or introducing new safety measures to prevent incidents. These are the type of things where obviously the idea could be there, could be valid, but of course it needs to go through a couple toll gates. Sometimes it needs to go higher than a team leader, probably to the department at departmental levels to make sure that anybody that needs to be involved, especially if it's going to impact a procedure, a process, checklist, or any type of support, intellectual property, gets the ado it deserves. And then finally, you got your real out of the box ideas, which are in most of the time technical or transformation ideas. These are strategic, high impact ideas that significantly change or disrupt the way the organization operates. These require detailed analysis, planning, and resource allocation. So if you're thinking about potentially going into a new product line, or if you're thinking about potentially consolidating 2 offices or outsourcing something, these are obviously all transformational ideas, and they require important attention at all levels of management. So here we are in part 4. I like this quote: the best way to have a good idea is to have a lot of ideas. So if you want to drive your company to become idea-driven, innovation-driven, the first thing you need to do is give everybody the mandate to say, hey, give us every idea you have. No idea is a bad idea. And if you notice, a lot of us in our past lives working in the less digital work environment, we used to have that famous idea box that they put in the break room or in the kitchen. And a lot of times, if you take a look at that box, there's usually nothing in there. And it's not that the staff doesn't have good ideas. The staff is afraid to give ideas. They don't see anybody else doing it, and they don't want to be singled out. So what you want to do when you're teaching your company the culture of innovation, you want to let them know we want to hear everything, and don't worry if it's not going to be used. Don't worry if you think it's a bad idea. It's a good possibility that we're not going to bin it, and we're going to put it in a container, in a hopper that's going to keep the ideas available for the right moments. So what our software allows you to do, here's our ideation dashboard in Presto. We've got a bunch of new feature updates on here for those of you that already know this, especially from a reporting point of view. You got your dashboard, and the dashboard allows you to have your portfolio of hypotheses right in front of you by type. So you can see we got type of ideas. We've got risk, quality, delivery, cost ideas, morale ideas, training ideas, and sustainability ideas. And this then allows you to be able to focus on the benefits of the ideas based on the effort. So in this example we're going to see today, we're going to go take a look at the risk and compliance team managed by Melanie, and you can see she has an interesting team underneath her, and of course different people on her team have different ideas. So what we'll do now, let's put one idea in together. So we're going to the best way to come up with an idea is to start with the problem. And what we like to promote when we're getting a client to start opening up, to start thinking, oh wow, there's opportunity now to really make this company better. Before you actually put a label on the idea, just say, what are your problems? And in this case here, Melanie, the team leader, saying current shift schedules do not align with the peak productivity periods, leading to inefficiencies and increased downtime. So immediately we have a problem. We don't really have a solution yet, but the first step forward is to identify the problem, and then the ideas are going to start flowing. The hypotheses are going to come about, and you're going to then be able to bring the right people in at the right time to cultivate those hypotheses. So at this point in time, step number 2 is idea solution. And what we have here is an idea to adjusting shift schedules to align with employee energy levels and business demand will optimize productivity and reduce operational gaps. So we have an idea, a nice description of it. And then finally, the last thing you want to do, you want to consolidate that into a nice, crisp title, so that as people are looking through your big portfolio of ideas, there's a one-liner that gives somebody a good understanding of what it is. Because as you know, going back to the slide I showed a second ago, the best way to have a good idea is to have a lot of ideas. Our philosophy with the way our software works is that you have many ideas, but you're not going to get lost in the minutia. You're going to be able to filter them in the way you want based on the needs of the company. But of course, it all starts with identifying the problem in a comprehensive way and putting a nice title on it. So taking that into account, let's jump onto our dashboard. So starting at, let me give you a little introduction to the company, especially for those of you that don't that aren't familiar with the software. So here we're looking at the DuPont toy manufacturing company. I'm just going to open it up. There's our CEO, Samuel DuPont. And by the way, that's who I logged in as. So I'm using the software as Samuel. That's why
Andrew, you're sharing the slides still, not the system.
Oh, interesting.
We're looking at the screen.
Yeah.
That's the one. Brilliant.
Okay. So here we are on the dashboard. So here we are on the dashboard, and you can see here, I'm logged in as Samuel DuPont. I'm going to click on his picture, and you can see immediately there he is. Let's take a look at the company. This is DuPont Toy Manufacturing Company. There's Samuel, and there's 142 people in this company. If I want to take a look at where who he's being supported by up to 3 levels, there we are. Today we're going to take a look at the risk and compliance team in the bottom right. There's Melanie. So what I'll do is let's click on Melanie. We'll go to her team. There she is. She reports to Celine. And you can see there's Melanie's team. If I want, you can see all the people at her level. In fact, let's go down one more level. So this is the team we're going to be working on today. So there's risk and compliance run by Melanie Singh. I'm going to click on that I for a second. You get some details about the person. A little extra note for those of you that have been using the talent management features. We just launched this new job description feature. So now you can get the job description directly from this panel here. So here's job description of Melanie, and this is the team we're going to be working on right now. So what I'll do now, I'm going to click the shortcut key and go straight to Melanie's dashboard. So when Melanie logs into Presto, here she is. You can see she's responsible for 8 people. She has a total of 11 business processes. And you can see those 8 people there. Again, if I take a look at the org chart, this is the team that we're looking at. So going back to our example, I'm going to jump back and forth to the slides now. Hopefully we don't have any issues. I'm just going to do a copy paste. So here's our problem statement. I'm going to copy that. And now, right from Melanie's dashboard, you can click on this button here. Let's add a new idea to Melanie's team. So I click on this. And the first thing I'm going to do, you can see there's a picture of me, Samuel. I've logged in as Samuel. First thing I'm going to do is say, you know what? I'm going to log this idea on behalf of Melanie. So normally, if you have an idea, you log it in yourself. But in this case, I want to say, this is Melanie's idea. So I'm going to type her name in. And now you can see this idea is going to go into the system on behalf of her. And this panel is kind of new. So a lot of you haven't seen this. So some touch-ups we want to do on it. So we do call this a beta feature. But anyway, the problem statement's actually down here. I believe in the next couple of weeks, this is going to be completely re-engineered so that the problem statement's at the top of the panel. But as you can see here, I'm putting the problem statement in here. Going back to my slide, here's the idea that they came up with. Adjusting the shift schedules to align with employee energy levels and business demand will optimize productivity and reduce operational gaps. So there's our idea. And here it is, opportunity. Excuse me, I did that reversed. Let me do that again. So here's the opportunity. Here's the idea. Here's the problem. I'm going to copy the problem again. And finally, the first field there is the actual idea. I'm going to copy that. Now there's the idea. So basically, typed in the idea down here, the problem up here, and the title. So before I send this off, let's take a look at the next step. So this is something that if I wanted to right now, I could just click the submit button and this idea is going to go straight to the dashboard. But before we do, this is where the software actually helps promote problem-solving skills from a lean management point of view. So you're telling everybody, if you're in the company, if you have an idea, send it to us. But if you're feeling creative, take one step further and tell us a bit more about that idea. So here's where you're starting to explain to people in the company what type of ideas you're looking for. And you do so by framing the type of benefits that you're trying to achieve. So then people can start thinking, utilizing this framework. So the first thing you were going to say is identify the bottlenecks or the waste in the business. So at this point in time, for those of you familiar with the concepts of lean, here's where you put your Tim Woods. survey. So for those of you that know much, that don't know about process waste management, Tim Woods is a methodology which uses these acronyms to identify process waste. So T stands for transportation, duplication of controls within a given process. These are some examples. Inventory waste, when the same piece of work is performed multiple times due to lack of user know-how. Let me try over-processing waste, excessive movement during the production of a good and or service. For example, excessive back and forth phone calls. So if you're interested in knowing more about CI, process improvement, and capturing waste, we have other webinars that are already published, and we have other materials that could potentially be of use. But for the sake of this webinar, let's just imagine that in this case here, she's talking about reshuffling her the workforce. So basically, what she's probably going to say, there's a lot of downtime and waiting. So she's going to tick W, waiting and downtime, and she could tick other ones as well. But for the sake of simplicity, let's just use that one. So you can see she's saying there's downtime and waiting. Let's talk about identifying the operating model impact. So here we have TOPP. So this is how you identify what type of impact a change is going to have on your company from a technology point of view, from an organizational point of view, from a people point of view, and a process point of view. So in this case here, we just want to change the shift schedules of people. So there's no technology change. So you can see here you have this heat map, low, medium, high. In this case, we're going to say nothing. But from an organizational point of view, internally on her team, there might be some reshuffling. In other words, she might group the team people in a different way that she did before. So I'm going to put low, medium. But from a process point of view, there's going to she's probably going to reshuffle around the way the people the way the tasks actually get done. So there might be some impact there. But from a people point of view, that's where the biggest impact I see would be, because now you're going to start telling people that they're going to be doing things a little bit differently than before. So here, you're highlighting the impact from a technology, organization, people, process. Step number 3, assess the expected benefits. Now here, this company has decided we care about 5 benefit types: being accurate, reducing risk, saving time, serving the client, and getting a competitive advantage. So now you can ask the team leader to think about this, and if not, engage other colleagues, engage other coaches and mentors that may be able to help us decide what the benefits are from this idea. And in this case here, we're going to say, well, if we implement this idea, we are probably going to become a bit more accurate, because you got people working better, you got people working more awake. We're definitely going to reduce some risk. We're absolutely going to be saving time now. The client's going to see a better service delivered, and all of this definitely helps us become more competitive. So you're giving a nice assessment of what benefits you're going to obtain by implementing the idea. And once again, it's just Melanie's first opinion. This is then going to go for brainstorming, and people are going to fine tune these things to then take it to the next level and decide if you want to implement the idea or not. Assess feasibility. So here, once again, just ask the person that wants to implement the idea, how long could something like this take? And you don't have to be spot on. In fact, you might not even know the answer. You could leave it blank, but you might say, this wouldn't take me more than 4 to 8 weeks. From a level of difficulty point of view, she's going to flag it as very easy, let's say semi-difficult. And then finally, identify key areas of expected improvement. And in this case, let's say this is going to be from a delivery point of view, that's the number 1 area. So now you can see we've identified the idea. Now we're going to submit it. You can see there's our idea. It landed on our idea dashboard. If I open this up, you can see immediately there's the idea: adjusting shift schedules for improved productivity, adjusting shift schedules, and there's the description, and there's the benefits, and here's what we called upvoting. So you're going to have the possibility now to give upvote or downvote ideas together as a management team. So what we'll do now, I'm going to jump back to the top of the company. As you know, Melanie's in this team here, and there's the first idea. So part 5, let's talk about how to cultivate ideas. So from a reporting point of view, we have reports that show you who's came up with the ideas, what type of idea types are in there. So you can start pushing people to be a bit more proactive. It's obviously you're inducing friendly competition. And then we got a series of filters that allows you to look at the ideas by idea type, by benefit type, by cost assessments, as well as by the whole upvoting, downvoting feature. So, okay, let's hope this works for me now. Here we have Samuel. He's saying he wants to take a look at all the just do it ideas. So let's see. Here we are on the dashboard. You can see there's 4 just do it ideas. If I click on that, there they are. I'm going to try to open it. Please work. No, we've okay, so I was expecting to see a nice list of our 4 ideas, but something's not working today, unfortunately. Okay.
Working in project view, Andrew.
Try it. So there's our 4 ideas. Yeah, good one, Chris. So anyway, what Chris just highlighted for me. So there's a list of different reports here, and that was what I'm trying to show you. It's a standard view is the report that I'm trying to open, so you can see the ideas listed the first time you saw it when I showed you that individual one. Obviously, it's not working. So what we'll do, I'm going to show it to you in project view, which is actually the idea where it is in the PDCA cycle. In other words, right now it's just an idea, but what you want to do, you want to push it to become an actual initiative, an actual exercise that someone's taking forward. So back to project view. So show me all the just do it ideas. There they are. I'm going to click on this and take a look at all of them, and you can see these are the 4 ideas that are out there. There's the one we just put in there, adjusting shift schedules, and you can see it's currently being acknowledged. If I click on that, here's your framework. So these are the 5 steps we ask this company has decided to use when pushing an idea through the innovation pipeline. So you're analyzing the idea, you approve the idea, execute, control, and then capture lessons learned. And of course, if the idea doesn't get approved, it stops there. It could get archived, it could stay open, or it could actually get eliminated, or should I say closed. So let's go back to the senior management team. So those are all the just do it ideas. Here's the head of manufacturing saying he would like to see all ideas which reduce over processing. So I'm going to remove that filter again. This time say here's our Tim Woods, and I'm saying show me just ideas that reduce over processing. And there you go. Open that up, and there they are. One of them is a safety idea. 5 of them are cost ideas. Head of IT is saying, show me all the ideas in this company that are big tech ideas. Going back to our TOPP impact analysis, and here it is. So he's going to say, show me all that have high or very high. So I'm putting 2, 3 stars from a technology point of view. And you can see there's 3 ideas that have been high technology impacts. There's the head of quality, Danish. He wants to see a list of the most highly voted ideas. So I'm going to go back to this report that we saw a second ago. So there's Melanie's idea. And what you can do now, you can come here and you can say, I like the idea or I don't like the idea. So if I don't like the idea, I don't know why you put that, I would put a down vote. If I like the idea, I'm going to put an up vote. So now if somebody else comes and looks at this and they put an up vote, that's going to become a 2. If they put a down vote, it's going to become a 0. So in this case here now, here you can start filtering by the number of votes. So I can say, show me every idea that has at least 1 upvote. Show me every idea that has at least 2 upvotes. Show me every idea that has at least 3 upvotes. And now I'm going to try this one last time. I'm stubborn, but yeah, now it's working. Figured that. So what you can see here now, these are the 3 ideas. They all have 3 votes. Those are the people that came up with them. These are the benefits you're going to get. And then finally, this one you kind of already know. This is where I was going to show you the project view. Samuel wants to see which phase the ideas are in the PDCA cycle. And I'll remind you, that's this project view, or it should be saying something more like PDCA view. If you open that up, you got your ideas and it's telling you they've been acknowledged, plan, do, check, act. So that's that for part 4. The last thing we're going to do now, we're just going to talk a bit about ChatGPT. So what you can do to help you make your idea capture, your hypothesis cultivation a bit more inspirational. There's 2 prompts that I like to use. So basically, the first one is for just do it ideas and improvement ideas. So basically what you can prompt ChatGPT is using the following details about my organization's, and then you put the name of your team, of how many team members, which manages the following processes, and then list your processes directly from your dashboard, and where the following bottlenecks have been identified. And here's where you're going to put the waste coming from Tim Woods: waste 1, waste 2, waste 3. Identify quick win opportunities, and then put in parentheses, just do it ideas that can be implemented immediately to enhance efficiency. Additionally, propose process improvement ideas that could deliver measurable gains within the next 3 to 6 months, factoring in cost, ease of implementation, and potential impact. Please note, we are put the type of your company, put the total staff in there. With each idea, please propose a problem statement, a description, and a brief title. Thanks. So now I've redid that. So this is us acting on behalf of the finance team for DuPont Toys. And what I'll do, I'm going to copy this and see what ChatGPT gives us. So hopefully ChatGPT doesn't betray us. So here I am. So I'm going into the prompt. I put that in there, and I'm going to send it. So let's see what it provides for us. I think it's even ChatGPT is slow today. I notice sometimes you have to wake it up. There you go. So quick wins, opportunities, just do it ideas. So we're not going to go through all of them, but let's take a look at title. First one, streamline payslip distribution. Delay in payslip distribution due to manual process leads to errors and inefficiencies. Description, implement an automated payslip generation and distribution system. Another one, automate financial record entry. Another one, improve inventory management accuracy. From process improvement, enhance process defect monitoring, employee cost training for financial processes, cross training, excuse me. That's one that I've seen many times in action. I think that's always a great idea to get more people trained where you have knowledge gaps. And then finally, simplify invoice approval process. So what you can do, you can see you got the title, you got the problem statement, you got the description. Of course, you're just going to go, if we go to the finance team, let's imagine I didn't know where it was, but I know it's managed by Nicoletta. I'm going to type in Nicoletta, there she is. Yep, so there's finance. Let's jump to her dashboard. And then, of course, you can start adding the ideas in directly from here. So that's, we're going a little bit over, but thank you for your patience. There's another one, but I'm going to, instead of doing this, I'll take questions. So this was how to prompt for transformational idea. And of course, we're going to send you this after the webinar. So if you like these prompts, you want to try them, feel free. So I think that's it for now. Apologize for the slowness, but as I mentioned, this is a beta feature, and I do believe the slowness came a lot from ChatGPT. If you try this out, you start using it, I haven't seen anything like that so far. So anyway, that's that. Chris, did you want to add anything before we start taking questions?
No, not at all. I'll open it up to anybody who's got any questions, really, I think.